more people you serve, the more people want to serve you back. And that's just a natural cause and effect. It works. The more you give, the more you get. But you got to give before you get. That's law. You can't get around that. One of the things is to look at new markets. So if you, for example, have been selling your product to chiropractors, right? And you had a lot of success and you feel for some reason that you have completely saturated the chiropractor market and you can't find any more chiropractors to buy your product. Look for other people that are similar to them that have the same kind of problem. So maybe cosmetic surgeons or maybe physical therapists. You want a group of people that's big enough, that has a big enough problem that they're willing to trade money for a solution and that have the money. But sometimes that market isn't massive or huge, and eventually you tap out what's available in that market. And so finding the ability to pivot to similar markets, but have the same effect and not have to completely rebuild the product can really make a lot of difference. The rest of the market needs some way to get to know you better and see what you can do for them. So free information, free tools, shortcuts, samples of product. A great example, think about this. When Asa Candler bought Coca-Cola formula from Doc Pemberton, back when Doc Pemberton was going broke because he didn't know how to sell stuff, Asa Candler bought the formula for Coca-Cola. And what Asa Candler did was he gave traveling salesmen little certificates for a free Coca-Cola. You remember the song, I Want to Buy the World of Coke? Asa Candler bought the world of Coca-Cola and he built an empire off of giving away the first Coca-Cola for free. He knew once they tried it, they'd be back again. So you need to think about in your business, is there something you can give that would be irresistible, that would get them to jump over that hurdle of that first step and make contact with you, and then you can form a relationship and start to do business.
I'm gonna make him an offer he can't refuse.
Give you an example. Let's say you're bringing 100 prospects through right now. I'm gonna keep it really simple. Let's say that you have a 10% conversion rate. You bring 100 prospects through, 10 people buy, but you don't offer a guarantee.
There's a problem. There's no guarantee on the box.
Heck, if something breaks down, you can call me, even if I'm home watching TV.
Maybe so, but it's not on the box. It should always be on the box, comforting you, calling out, I'm good, I'll never let you down, but if I do, I'm gonna make things all better.
But there's another 10 or 20 or 30 or 40 people out there that would have bought had they felt like there wasn't any risk in trying it, in giving you a shot, right, in doing business with you.
Our brake pads are made with a non-corrosive polyplated...
Son, if you're not talking about a guarantee, skip it. My customers need to see that little label looking them right in the eye.
And so all of a sudden you say, you know what? We're gonna stand behind our product or service. We know we're good. We know we solve the problem. And so if you have any problems whatsoever in the first 30 days, 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, for life, there's all kinds of ways to craft it. Come let me know and I'm gonna give you your money back. And what you're gonna find is out of those 10 people that were already buying, all of a sudden you offer a guarantee, maybe, one person out of that group might refund. But if you pick up another 5 or 6 or 8 or 10, you could literally be growing your sales by 50 or 70 or 100% or more. I've seen it as much as 300% increases and beyond simply by adding a guarantee.
Okay, I'll buy from you.
Oh, that's... What?
Look at your existing client base and not look at it as these are my customers or clients. Look at the list and begin to look for who are the best clients.
Medium turkey chili.
Medium crab bisque.
We didn't get any bread.
Just forget it, let it go.
You can look for things like the ones that produce the greatest amount of revenue, come back and purchase the most often, or the ones that give you the most referrals, that never complain, or, you have these ideal clients.
How can I possibly thank you?
You are the only one who understands me.
You suffer for your soup.
Yes, that is right.
You demand perfection from yourself, from your soup.
How can I tolerate any less from my customer?
A lot of people look at their client list and they try to group everybody in together, when if you And what's difficult about that is if you also want to go out and produce more business just like that, it's hard to put a bead on who you're targeting, because in almost every business, we have pockets of types of clients. But you also have your best clients, the ones that bring you the most revenue. They're easy to sell. They trust you. They've fallen in love with your product or your service. So look for those particular types of clients and cater to them. If you go back and look at Pareto principle, the 80-20 principle, and again, if you ever look at the Pareto principle, it's not that everything is always 80-20. It could be 90-10, 70-30, 95-5, 98-2. I mean, but the idea behind the Pareto principle is that there are certain categories or areas that are smaller than all of the rest of it, but may outproduce all of the rest of it combined. And if you look at your client base that same way, very likely there's 10 or 20% of your client base that's producing 60, 70, 80% of your sales revenue or profits in your business. Look for those people and find ways to cater to them. It's not a matter of looking out there in the business to find those hidden profit opportunities. It's looking in here and what you have in your head, your knowledge. And what I find a lot of times is that entrepreneurs overlook the fact that what they know, there are other people who would pay for the privilege to learn what they know. Even businesses that sell a physical product or service, local service business or whatever, have knowledge that other people in their industry, in other markets, like the next town over or next state over or across the country, would be willing to pay to learn that. And that's what entrepreneurs have to think about that. And the way to sort of start to identify that is if you have people constantly asking you how to do something that you're really good at, how to get more clients, how to make more money, how to identify opportunities, how to cut costs in the business, how to hire people. Like if all your peers are coming to you, man, you have the greatest team. How do you hire these people? Where do you find them? How do you lead them? How do you manage them? What's your process? Well, maybe that's something, a piece of knowledge that could be packaged. And the easiest way, one of the things that I talk about with people, one of the easiest is to start with some kind of a coaching or mentoring process. If you can write down your process into steps, and then you can lead somebody through that process, and because of it, they're more successful, they make more money, they save more money, they're happier, they produce better results, and they're willing to exchange money, then now you've got another revenue stream. I often talk about the fact that coaching or consulting, if you want to really demystify the process, coaching or consulting is simply taking somebody from where they are to where they want to be and charging them for that process. That's it.